Yo! Yayo Talk Show!
Dreamin'! Don't give it up, Molly.
Dreamin'!
Don't give it up, Marco.
Dreamin'!
Don't give it up, Katie.
Dreamin'!
Al's name didn't fit. They talk about the show, this group of four friends been going for 1,000,000 years, there's no end. Watching every arc and saga, no sleep. It's the king of anime, 1,000 episodes deep.
Yayo! 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 Talk Show!
Talking about One Piece.
It's the name of the podcast.
We're not on Vine. Yayo Talk Show. Talking about
One Piece.
What's up, wenches, privateers, and non-binary buccaneers? Welcome aboard the most chaotic One Piece podcast on the Grand Line internet.
Stuck the landing. Yo, you stuck the landing so hard.
Amazing. Molly, I was... Okay, before we do the rest of the intros, Molly...
Great.
The startup for that was phenomenal. The landing. The landing?
That sounded like a plane going down.
You were an Olympic athlete who cracked her leg while standing. And
trying to save face.
Your leg, like the bone is showing, but now you're very much flamingoing, and you're still kind of trying to stand up.
Could you hear?
Hands in the air in the gymnastic I did it pose.
Mission accomplished.
Everybody
You did
out
it.
there, can you hear the moment my brain was like, "You're doing this way too well. Let's just remind people who you are, who you actually are. Let's just trip at the finish line."
It's that meme of the person putting the spike in their own spoke of the bicycle wheel.
Yeah, basically.
Molly,
Oh, man.
you're the best. You're the best.
Thanks. Wow. And who's talking? Let's introduce you to the crew.
Who is talking?
First, we have the wild theorist, Caden Judson.
I finally have some theories at the end of this episode, so please stick around. I was waiting specifically for this episode because there's some stuff we're going to get into that I want to talk about and address that I haven't fully gotten into yet. So please stick
I love
around
that
to the
for
end
us.
of the show.
I love that. We also have the Laughborg, Alan McClellan Jr.
It is I. Moving on.
We laughed this time, Al.
Thanks.
We also have the internet's gentleman, Mark B. Donica. And of course, you know that P stands for Boatsman.
Yeah, you know it.
I can't unknow it.
Do you know it, Molly?
I do, because I have it written down right here, and "no" is all capitalized, so I do know it.
Double underline.
Gosh, I hope you remember.
Please remember. Not please
this
clap.
before.
Please remember.
Well, we had a nice break last week where I didn't have to host, and I just immediately forgot.
Yeah, what happened?
You forgot that the B stands for Bonesman?
I would never forget about.
Would never.
I would never.
It's never happened ever before previously.
It's never once in the history of history.
And it'll never happen again.
Welcome to this very...
Wait, I didn't intro myself. Wait.
Who are you?
Please intro yourself. Who are you? Who the hell is talking?
Who the
I'm the captain of the Crudo Pirates, Molly D. Simpy.
goddamn right you are.
That's
It's me.
absolutely freaking right.
I'm here.
You did it.
Wow. Can you believe that I was able to milk my episode into 2 episodes?
Yes. Yes, I can.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna check the notes real quick. Yeah.
Let's date this recording.
Great.
Happy day after colonizer holiday, everyone.
Hey,
Hooray.
happy shopping day, everyone.
Rams given.
Day after, we love all natives. Support your local native businesses, and don't acknowledge fucking Christopher Columbus. Don't even look.
That
don't
bitch?
Even, dude, cancel him.
And stop freaking burning white sage. It's endangered, you assholes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Literally, unless you're an indigenous person, don't burn white sage. It's literally endangered. It's literally endangered.
You could just burn rosemary for the same effect, idiot.
Rosemary?
Idiot. Yeah, rosemary. Rosemary or cedar, those are easier to get
You can
than
absolutely
sage
burn
or
rosemary. You can burn
Palo
rosemary.
Santo.
I'll allow it. I'm Italian. I'll allow you to burn rosemary.
Yeah, for those of you that are burning white sage, what's the matter you?
You gotta use the fucking McCormick, man. You gotta fucking burn the good shit, all right?
God damn, there's so
Get it?
many things and it's been
McCormick.
5 minutes.
Burn the McCormick. I am serious though. Stop burning white sage. I will find you.
Please don't. Please. Caden will find you.
I will find you.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just again, rosemary. It's right there. Cedar.
See what
right
happens.
there.
Much better. Like
Fuck around, find out, man.
It's a readily available. Just burn the rosemary. Anyway.
Hey, Molly, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. It was thanks for asking. It was really great.
That's what we call a tee up.
Well, everybody else respectively ate at like 2:00 yesterday in the afternoon. I had to wait till 6 p.m. for the Friendsgiving I was going to. Didn't eat all day. I had 4 cups of coffee leading up to the event. So, not a whole lot in the old stomach. And immediately wanted to get on the level of my friend who'd been drinking all day.
Molly.
May have
A wise decision.
may have slammed 4 seltzers in a row.
Maybe. I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
White Claw, not sponsored.
No, it wasn't White Claw, at least. Thank God. I would be much worse off this morning if it was
Have
White
you-
Claw.
Have you done the? Have you tried the topo? The topo.
Dude, no. That is the God tier seltzer. And I was just complaining about this the other day where I've had it and I've tasted ambrosia and I can't find it anywhere. It's like a unicorn. It's like everybody realized how good I've never had pineapple flavoring that tastes like actual juice before.
And the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Oh, wrecked. I put it in the group chat, but Monster has a really good citrus line of sugar-free energy drinks. And they have their pineapple one tastes really good.
Pineapple, apple pen?
Apple plan.
Well, if you want the opposite of an energy drink, if you want to mellow out, not hype up,
Listen,
that Topo Chico,
Molly,
man.
the energy that you're bringing, you could have fooled me.
Again, slightly concerned I might still be a little drunk from last night.
Uh-oh.
No.
No,
Everything's
probably.
fine.
I don't think logically that would happen or could happen, but the humor from the amount of seltzers I had last night, I'm in that humor level right now. But no, so may have hit the sauce a little hard last night, but like, what is a American holiday event without somebody being drunk?
Without sauce.
Yeah.
What do you do without them? That's sauce, Mollicent.
I may have been having a very delightful conversation and humbly, put it out there that I did a podcast with a few good friends. I did a little humble brag, and somebody asked a follow-up question about the podcast.
Wait, Molly, we're good friends?
We're great friends. We're the best friends.
Oh my gosh.
You're best friends. We're not just co-hosts, all right? We're family, Dom.
Oh. That's not my name, though.
What? I've been calling you Dom this whole time? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, Molly.
Maybe I think you need to double check that. I'm not sure.
Do I?
No, but somebody asked a follow-up question about the podcast. I explained it was a One Piece podcast, the Yayo Talk Show podcast. And
So far, the conversation in my head is, hey, I'm on a podcast. And they ask, what kind of podcast? It's a One Piece podcast.
and amazingly, there are people at the table who have watched One Piece before, so I immediately plugged us with no shame. And I don't remember this part of the conversation, but we started talking about grandpas.
You don't say.
Go figure.
Not on Thanksgiving. Oh, no.
I may have got into like a jokey argument with my friend who was at the same level of drunk I was at about Garp and Whitebeard. And my friend was like, who never watched One Piece before, she was like, name a grandpa. And they said Garp. Immediately, she starts Googling images of Garp, pulls them up. I go, look at this beast. Look at this guy. I'm like, come on. Don't you want to watch One Piece? And my friend was like, I'm not impressed. And I was like, how fucking dare you? Like, at the dinner table, like, in front of, like, my salad. I was like, how fucking dare you? And I went off on a thing. And then I was like, you know what, though? I get it. He's a cop. I get it. Hey, pull up Whitebeard real quick. Had my friend Google Whitebeard, pull him up with his fucking 8-pack, his like fucking his abs on display, and I was like, boom.
Scimitar mustache.
I was like, boom. Guess what, dude is a father of like 2,000. All right, he is a good father, great guy. Friend again, not impressed, and I fucking just went off on him. I was like, how fucking dare you? Fucking, well, it's not my house, but it was.
In your own house.
We were just
You were
like,
drunk enough to say that, though.
had Paul in my peripheral, like we were just like at the same level of drunk, yelling at each other about who is hot, who is not. That was honestly the conversation. I kept yelling about hotties and naughties, and everybody else just kind of like left the room.
There is a naughty list.
Went on for so long, and then I forgot about this conversation entirely until this morning when my friend who was Googling all of the One Piece grandpas sent me a Garp gif. And I was like, uh-oh, I remember.
Give the gift of Garp this season.
Wow. Anyway, if that isn't a good lead into Marineford Part 2, I don't know what is.
Marineford.
Marineford.
Marinefjord.
Kaden, did you want to say what episode you're on?
No.
Okay,
yet.
great.
Got him.
No.
Wow. Duped me.
It is technically a fjord.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I'll say this right now because there's a lot of stuff happening in One Piece right now. And my brain has shifted into reading mode, and I haven't been too much in the watching mode. So I've started reading One Piece. So I won't tell you what episode I'm on, but I can tell you what arc I'm currently on in One Piece because it's easier to just say that right now. I'm still in Fishman Island, but I started over because I wanted to experience it in the manga. So I was like halfway through, and then I went all the way back to the beginning of Fishman Island in the manga, and I've been reading that, and I've been making some steady progress. Expect the next recording for me to be caught the frick up because I read fast. That's not true. Don't say that, but maybe, possibly, quite
Edit that out.
further than I've ever gotten before.
Censor that.
If you thought that 200 episodes in a weekend was a lot, get ready to see how fast I read.
Listen, we had a deal that you could start reading, but you wouldn't just read One Piece all in one night. You promised me you wouldn't do that.
Did you get that on tape?
You wouldn't download a car, Kaden.
Did you get that on tape though, Mom?
You wouldn't download a devil fruit.
I wrote it in my diary.
Okay, that's not legally binding.
I mean, it kind of is though when you like flip to the front and you realize there's like an NDA that you all signed.
Molly, I gotta be real with you. That's not what NDAs are for.
Yeah, oh, sorry, it's the friend-DA. Sorry, friend-DA.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah. Hidden underneath the NDA was the friend DA, and it was that kind of paper where you write on top and it copies below. So I got your signature on that one as well.
Curses foliaged again. All right.
When will it stop?
When will it stop?
Man, I don't fucking know. I just know I got to get through this episode. And then my job here is done.
What are we doing this episode? Molly, you and I have derailed this and then railed it and then derailed it again. So what the hell are we doing today?
It's Marineford Part 2. We left off on a big cliffhanger, and then we talked about a movie. And then we got to come back and finish this arc. Strong Roll was great, though. That was a great movie.
People should watch it. It is good.
Mm-hmm. Molly, do you wanna pick up from where we left off?
I am. I just was giggling. I'm sorry.
No, now it's business, Molly.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. All right. Shucks. Well, we left off our first episode, which you should listen to before you listen to this one. It's a part 2, so you're missing a whole part.
A sequel.
Yeah, we left off on a cliffhanger where Santo Maro, and the pacifistas showed up and were causing havoc at the back of the group. Which was just like, I mean, this whole arc, everything that happens is a cliffhanger in itself. It just depends on where you're starting, when you're stopping. It's like one thing after the other. It can't just be a straight fire battle for whatever reason. I don't know.
This is exactly why I watched like 200 episodes in a single sitting, because every episode was that cliffhanger. It's like every episode's like, okay, something good's gonna happen here. It's like, well, not quite. A little good thing happened, but now we have to deal with this. And it was like, I had to keep watching. So yeah, literally everything was a cliffhanger.
It's all these like little gains and like little, it's like, I mean, it really is like a chess match, right? Where it's like, they have the upper hand. No, we have the upper hand. Now they have the upper hand. This guy just showed up. Now there's 3 parties and now they have the upper hand, but just kidding. I have the upper hand.
And that guy's playing tiddlywinks and I don't know why.
This is like the verbatim of like it Wilden. Like that's the best way to like sum up this arc. It's just it Wilden, man. It's just everything's going on at all times.
Every chess piece is a Pokemon.
That's different anime. Al, we're talking about One Piece right now.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, the Pokemon podcast comes after we finish the One Piece podcast.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, but they made a point to. We keep hearing this name Vegapunk. Which we know from previous arcs that dude's like the head scientist at the Marines, and for like whatever reason that we don't really know, Kuma allowed himself to be like experimented on by Vegapunk, and he ended up making these what is it? It's not cyborg, because that's human and bot. What's the opposite of a cyborg? Android. He made a bunch of androids that all happen to be Kuma.
They just so happen to be.
Accidentally all Kumas.
Which
Oops, all Kumas.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, it's like they made like a point to say he's been experimenting on human corpses to develop a human weapon, and that just happens to be the pacifistas. So that was basically the plan, and Whitebeard was like, I knew the Marines' plan, and he ends up saving all the
Marines'
like pirates.
plan is a different arc.
Yeah, because they're like, the pacifistas are like blowing, they're shooting the lasers out of their mouths, and they're like blowing everybody up. And Whitebeard was like, I knew you'd do this. And he's like, guess what? I prepared for this. So he knew the plan. He ends up saving all the pirates' lives who weren't like in the bay. And then, man, fucking Kizaru, he's like approving of Sentomaru and the pacifistas to hurt the Marines and the battleships, because they're like, whatever. That's kind of just collateral at this point. Like, just shoot whoever you can shoot down. It sucks that we like hit our own forces, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
And it's kind of like another moment when you are like, again, Oda puts it in front of you that Kizaru and Aka Inu are like not nice guys, whereas like Aokiji, he's not unguilty, right? But he's
complicit.
Yeah, exactly. But he's aware of the moral, that like what is happening is not okay. But he's still like, he's like, it's a living. Even if he doesn't want to do it, he's like, I gotta have to.
Because his whole thing is lazy justice. So like he'll do it if it gets to a certain level of bothering him. Mm-hmm. But if it never gets there, then he's just sort of like riding his bike around.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of another moment where like when Kizaru is saying it, it's not even Aka Inu, it's Kizaru being like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, you can destroy our ships, you can hit some Marines, just so long as you take some pirates out. Like the pirates are like, we've seen this before with the Buster Call, where it's just kind of like, why would you work for this? Like, why would you work for the Marines when there's a chance that they're like, you're just cannon fodder? Like,
why would you work for the world government? Like, doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people are having the same thought in the middle of this battle. They're just like, why are we here? I don't get it.
Yeah, two pirates, a pirate and a marine look at each other. It's like, you ever wonder why we're here?
Are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
Do you smell? Never mind.
Oh my god. But yeah,
I hope people understand that.
No.
So yeah, there's drama happening in the back. Whitebeard says, just keep pushing forward, like ignore it. Buggy's still rolling on the camera. So everybody's getting the hot goss at Djibouti and across the world. While all that's going on, finally, Squard, who we mentioned last episode, shows up on the Moby Dick. And Whitebeard was looking for him previously, and he wasn't answering his comms. He's not a commander, but he was one of the team leaders for this battle. So he was concerned that when he didn't know what was going on. So he's out there. He's on top of the Moby Dick with Whitebeard, and they're kind of like, oh, there he is. And he just straight up impales Whitebeard. Like, this guy is like Whitebeard's son. Like, he is a Whitebeard pirate, and dude just stabs his dad. It's like, what the hell? Kind of a big deal. If any of you could react to what I just said, I would love that for me.
Neat.
God damn it. God damn it.
Interesting.
This was such a, again, it was another, cliffhanger moment where it was like, what do you mean, this guy's son stabbed him? Why would he do that? That's just, it's just, reality TV. It's how do we, up the stakes every
In this moment in the anime, we also cut to everybody's reactions. Everybody disliked that.
Mm-hmm.
There's there's Den Mushi who get reaction shots.
Oh shit. But yeah, so he stabs Whitebeard. Marco pins him down, and he just starts going off about how Whitebeard lied to them, and that he didn't know Ace was Roger. He knew that Ace was Roger's son, but didn't tell anybody. And we find out that Squard, before he was a Whitebeard pirate, had his own crew that Roger actually killed all of them previously. And then he ended up joining Whitebeard later on. But he's obviously has some vendetta against Roger, so he's clearly pissed off about it. And then he starts to insinuate that Whitebeard has made a deal with the Marines somehow. And then at the same time that all this is going on, where everyone's reacting to Whitebeard getting stabbed, Aokiji freezes Buggy, which I think messes with the comms, so that it's they're and you made a deal with the Marines, and it's shh. It's oh wait, what did they just say? That's funny. Why would they end it there? That's crazy. But yeah, and then there's just this moment on top of everybody being I can't believe that guy stabbed him. And then there's this moment where Crocodile and Marco are I didn't think anybody could stab Whitebeard. How did Whitebeard just take that hit? He should have been able to dodge that. He should have known what was coming, And that's when they kind of are uh-oh, is this guy old?
Is that also what you said?
That's what they said. Mm-hmm. They're this guy is legendary. We've already seen him shake the entire world, and literally with his devil fruit power. We've seen this. This guy has tremendous power. How the fuck did anybody be able to stab this guy? Even if it was a friend and family,
Molly,
he should have been able to know. What?
May I address the fact that she said it shook the world, right? Based on his age and demographic, I would say that he rustled the entire world's jimmies.
No! This guy's out here rustling jimmies, and he couldn't take a fucking knife to the chest? What's up with that?
Now we need a version of Whitebeard's face, but it's also the Jimmy's, or no, it's just the Jimmy's wrestled gorilla with Whitebeard's mustache.
Oh my god.
That's
Yes.
a new emote coming soon to Twitch.
Oh my god.
Follow us at twitch.tv/Yayo Talk Show.
Oh my god. Done and done. That's approved, and that's gonna be ready to go. So yeah, while this is going on, and Whitebeard's you're an idiot. I can't believe you've done this. And like it's going off. And you're like, wow, he's gonna obliterate this guy, like absolutely obliterate him. And you know what he does instead? He gives him a big ol' hug. And it's just like, if I didn't already want to marry this guy, he was just like, idiot, ow, that hurt. And I'm old. This could be fatal. Come here, champ. Come here, little buddy. Yeah, and then it's just like immediately like Whitebeard's like, you dumb hoe. All right, hang on. Daddy's gonna fix this. And he just straight out is like, yeah, Aka Inu fucking lied to you. I didn't make some deal. Like, and if you don't believe me, Whitebeard makes an escape route for everybody. So if they want to go for it, like Whitebeard's just like, you know, for those who call themselves pirates should choose for themselves what to believe. And then he shouts out that those who would follow him should be ready to lose their lives. God damn it. And then Whitebeard enters the fray. He starts lunging towards the execution platform and into the battlefield. So he had done like some stuff kind of like behind the lines, like doing like his devil fruit to like shake the world, to rustle some jimmies. But now like bros, like the king is in play, you know, like he's out there. He be out there. We're cutting back to Luffy. Luffy's impressed. He's like, dang, man. Like, I just took a knife to the chest, and he's shrugging it off. And it's just like, I can't convince. I love this narrative. They do this a lot in One Piece, where it's like, people try to convince other people that the Straw Hats are good, but the Straw Hats will never defend themselves, right? And they make a point to be like, they finally address it at some point where it's like, aren't you guys the good guys? Like in a movie. And it's like, why would I want to be the good guys? Good guys share their meat. I don't want to share my meat. And like Zoro had the same idea where it's like, I'm not going to share my booze. That's what good guys, like good guys got to share their stuff. I'm not a hero. Like, I'm not going to do that. But it's this like, instead of Whitebeard being like, yo, the Marines lied to you, I can convince you, like, here's all the facts, this and that. He's like, you know what, fuck it. And he gives them, like, a choice, basically. He's like, if you guys want to out, you don't believe me, here's a way to go. You get out of here now. And for the fucking rest of you goddamn pirates, if you're going to follow me, get ready, because we're fucking hardcore. We're going all the way. Like, your lives are on the line here, all right? We're not half-assing this. We're going all in.
We're whole-assing it.
We're whole-assing it.
The entire ass of it all.
Release the ass.
To prove that he was like, we're gonna whole ass this thing, he throws his own cake out there. He starts leading the battle. All right, followed that ass.
Get your giggles out now, because it's all the laughter is gonna die in like 5 minutes.
What do you mean?
There's a spoiler joke to make here.
Great. What? So yeah, after all that, Luffy's like, damn, this guy's impressive. I was gonna say, damn, he got cake, but like Luffy wouldn't say that. I would say that though. I got so derailed with the cake
Molly,
thing. Sorry.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Bustle. Okay, go ahead.
I'm distracted by my own imagination.
Yes.
So yeah, everyone starts going towards the platform now. Ivankov realizes, or he starts noticing that the Marines are retreating into the plaza. Whitebeard's got I wrote this down, Whitebeard, big dick energy, makes the entire island tilt to one side, beats the crap out of a giant, and the guy's name in parentheses is John Giant, which is like unfortunate, but also correct. Dude is a giant. I don't think he needs it in his name, but you know, whatever. Whitebeard's like, follow me, and then it's just like does like some of the most impressive shit on the battlefield. The platform should have fell like from the earthquake that he just created, but the three admirals have kept it from falling, which is just like, boo, you sluts, derogatory. I don't like them. Okay, they're assholes. I don't like them.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Molly has. I feel like I'm watching Molly have an argument with Molly.
It's present day Molly having an argument with past Molly who wrote all these notes down, and one of us was sober.
Not sure which.
I'll never tell which one, but I don't know. Anyway, so the pirates start approaching. They start approaching the plaza and a giant wall pops up, which is what their big plan was, is that they're like, haha.
They built a wall, huh?
They Fortnited them. That's what you do in Fortnite, right?
Did you just say Fortnite?
Fortnite?
Sorry.
My
No,
favorite.
we're not gonna let that. I'm happy somebody else brought it up.
That's my favorite Kingdom Hearts bad guys. Fortnite.
Zeofart.
No, I'm sorry. You made a typo in the group chat. We had to.
Oh no,
that
that's
Billy
something.
Zane?
That's group chat law. That's fine. But yeah, so this wall, that was their big plan, was like they fall back, lure them closer, wall goes up, big wall, and they just start again. It's like the same thing with pacifistas. It's just like a wall of firepower. So this thing's got cannons and it's starting to take them out. But if you remember from last episode, 2 episodes ago, our buddy Ors Jr. Fell trying to protect, or get to Ace rather, and my bro so thick that it can't, the part of the wall that he's laying on can't properly get in line. So there's an opening where his body is, preventing the wall from fully closing. And they're like, crap. So Akainu starts firing like fire fists down on the pirates, like a big like meteor shower type attack. It's definitely a finisher move. And this part made me sad too. Again, the Moby Dick is my favorite One Piece ship in the whole show and manga. Just think it's so cute. It's a whale. All the ships are whales, but this one's white because it's like Whitebeard. Moby Dick, it's cute. And like this fucking bitch, this fucking Akainu, his attack
Molly,
sinks.
please.
No,
You're
no,
cursing so much.
No. It's my
Help me out.
episode.
I know.
Censor that.
All right, then you censor it.
Okay.
Respectfully.
I didn't realize I was actually swearing. I just kept saying Moby Dick, and I'm like, are you getting mad at me for saying the name?
No. You're at like 50 so far.
So you can say Moby Dick, but you can't say Moby.
Maybe.
Censor that.
Censor the second one.
We literally made it the title of an episode.
Yes. Well, no, you can say Moby Dick. You just can't say Moby.
Don't go.
That's
listen.
literally what I said.
Holiday PSA. Don't go hard on the. Okay.
I mean, do what you want. We're not going to tell you what to do.
I respectfully disagree.
We'll never tell.
We'll never tell.
Respectfully disagree.
You guys can't be making jokes when the Moby Dick is sinking and I'm sad. And like Whitebeard has like a really like, thank you, old friend. Like, thank you for all that you've done. And then Moby Dick has like little like water tears on its face as it's like sinking. And it's like, bro, my favorite ship and you sunk it. What an asshole.
Been there, done that.
What a butthole. What?
That you can say. It's just all of the F.
What? Censor that.
What is happening? What happened? What happened? Molly took. We specifically did the movie last time. We specifically did the movie last time to give Molly time to prepare. What happened?
What do you mean? I am prepared. I'm reading the notes I wrote.
Everything. It's the most. It's the most. This is the most chaotic One Piece podcast on the Grand Line Internet. This episode right here.
Listen, I'm still. This is nothing I have said is not what happened. Okay, we've all seen this arc. We all know. We all get it. This is what's happening. Anyway, the Moby Dick sinks. I'm sad. Akainu's a jerk. Whitebeard can't destroy the wall for some reason, but he can dent it, and that's like a big like because this guy can do anything. All right, BD.
Big uh-oh.
This guy can do most anything except for take down the fucking Berlin Wall for some reason. Anyway, so then they're like, cool, wall's up. Whitebeard can't get through. The execution platform's still standing. Sengoku's like, cool, execute Ace. And the pirates start using Orz's body as like a ramp to get over the wall.
Which is kind of sad.
Just
a little sad.
But it's not that sad because Orz is still alive and he wakes up when the Marines start blasting his way because they're trying to use his body as a ramp to get up there. So he's like, what is that? And he wakes up. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. Remember the part 1 when I said he was dead? I lied to all of you. He is alive. He's alive. I know. It was unforgivable. I don't remember the word I was going to say, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, before the Marines can finish him off, a pillar of water flies through the sky and goes through the gap in the wall, and Luffy lands right in front of the execution platform with a ship mast in front of all the admirals because he asked Jinbei for a favor while they're all trying to get through the gap, which is still such an iconic shot in the manga with it's a 2-page spread of all of these 7 to 8 foot standing there and Luffy with the giant mast in one hand. This is the one thing too that I'm always it's so epic that I'm not going to complain about it, but that's seawater, so Luffy should have been weak when he got launched, but it's such an epic shot. I can't even be mad at Oda for changing it because it's the cool rule. We all know the cool rule, right?
The rule of cool.
Yeah. It is law.
I mean, not yet.
Yeah. So they're trying to execute Ace. Crocodile ends up knocking the, there it is. I'll put the screenshot up in the Discord so we can witness it, this majesty with our own eye. A feast for the eyes.
Majesty.
God damn it. But yeah, so they try to execute Ace again. Crocodile knocks those guys back, which is this guy, right? Fucking make up your mind. Sorry. Effing make up your mind.
Thank you. You take 2.
It's just because Crocodile is so whatever, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to kill Whitebeard. I'm only here to kill Whitebeard, blah, 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 blah. But this guy left and right is helping Luffy for no real reason other than either he's swept away with the emotions of the battle, which he'll never admit to, or he's actually on Luffy's side and is whatever, I'll do what I want. Everybody on the same page? Great. Everybody, if you could look up from your phone, I would love if you could. I
assumed this was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, what page are we on?
Great.
What line number is this? I'm missing a couple pages.
If everybody could, God, sorry, I'm getting texts. If everybody could put their phones down, me included.
Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on. I'm looking at the script right now. Hold on.
I'm looking at our group chat, and it's you guys are just blowing it up.
You don't print out your scripts? What's wrong with you?
So Molly receives a text and yells at us to not use our phones.
I'm not using my phone. I'm not even on. I don't even have my phone with me.
I'll ignore that some of you were late if you ignore that I was the latest.
Molly still hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, basically Crocodile stops execution and makes a point of saying, whatever, I only did it because I don't want the Marines to have their way. That's not fun, whatever. Doflamingo starts fighting Crocodile. Aokiji stabs Luffy. Marco starts fighting him. Another coated ship emerges from the sea, which is fucking noise. I said it again.
Molly.
I meant to say
Molly.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Yayo Talk Show, episode 17. Mark's ordeal of Molly saying fuck.
Bleep. Censor that. It's just, this is a cool moment, okay? I get excited. I'm sorry.
Yo, get excited, fam.
Okay, great. Thank you. But yeah, another coated ship emerges from the sea, and it starts scooping up all the guys who are in the bay. And Whitebeard makes this I'll never tell moment where he's I never said all my ships had surfaced. And they're oh.
More boats.
I can't believe. Can you believe? Oh, no.
Can you believe that this pirate had more boats?
And then, yeah, the guy has a whole... This moment is so weird because, the Marines would know how many boats he owns, right?
They don't know. What do they keep, a tally?
They do.
No,
they do
don't.
though, because he's an emperor. It's like they gotta know all of his.
Stop.
They gotta be in his
Stop.
business.
I'm going to say absolutely not. Have you seen how inefficient government is at keeping track of anything? They could possibly have a guesstimate at best, but there ain't no way there's a like. Well, that looks about right, and that's immediately what they're saying. It's like that looks like all of his ships, and you know what? Probably Akainu is probably just like, I don't believe that's all of his ships, but I'm not gonna say that out loud. And then immediately the ship's like, I knew it.
I knew it.
One of them's just like, sounds sus. I don't think that's all those ships. And then immediately is like,
It really is only like a handful of ships, though. I feel like even I, like somebody who doesn't even live in this universe, would be
Even
like, that
I,
doesn't seem.
Molly, have dozens of ships.
Yeah, it's like a normal amount of ships, you know. But it's just like for somebody that's so.
yeah, but with all the Bananaramas nonsense that's happening all at once, you think that they're really thinking it's like, we got to count these ships right now.
Well, okay, but they show up. There's this huge lead up. There's
And
this
Goku
huge.
pushes his glasses up and gets out a notepad and starts tallying.
Got an abacus.
You get the
ready.
abacus, yeah. No, but it's like when you think about it, there's this huge lead up to this fight where like four ships emerge in the bay, and then they open the door, and like maybe 4 or 5 more ships come in. So that's 9 ships if you guys are counting with me. And I just the way that they explain the emperors in this world, it's like one does not simply have 9 ships. Like you've got a whole fleet. Like how much is a fleet? I don't know. How much is a fleet? Just gonna...
Winches, privateers, and non-binary buccaneers are captain.
Hey,
How much is a fleet?
hey, Molly,
of ships?
ask sober Molly how many ships are in a fleet.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
2,
I'll
by the
never
way.
tell.
2.
Yeah, it's
Really?
At least if you have
2.
more than one ship, you have a fleet.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, so
He has an entire fleet. It's 2. That is 2
As
ships.
answered, a fleet is the noun for a number of ships, usually at least 3, but it can be hundreds. All right.
No, it's 2.
Navies
It's 2.
organize their vessels into task units, which are 3 to 5 ships, battle groups, 4 to 10 ships, and task forces, 2 to 5 task groups.
Hal
And
said unit.
fleets are several task forces.
Okay, great. Everybody. So anyway, this is just I didn't believe it at 9. So I think that I would be like, I'll never tell. Man, I don't know. Anyway, another ship shows up. They're shocked about it. I wasn't. And then in another BDE moment, Oars picks up the ship and launches it through the wall. So it scooped up all the pirates that were in the bay and like got them all through the wall in like one go. So again, it's like upping each other. This chess match is just back and forth.
Just pulling out more pieces.
I play
Yeah.
my flying ship.
Somebody's just like, I'm running out of pawns, pulls out a bag of Scrabble pieces and just dumps them on the board.
Like, hey, wait a minute. No, I hear pray tell that kids play like 3D chess now, and that terrifies me. But that's kind of what this is. It's
Fourth
like
dimensional chess, actually.
That's
yes.
the one. That's the one.
It's
I know
fun.
what the kids are up to.
Fourth dimensional chess is fun.
Kaden, you are the only person I know who could like feasibly play 4-dimensional chess because I'm constantly impressed by you.
Wait.
I can't do regular chess, so I don't know why I would take it to a different dimension.
Wait, the 4th dimension is time, so doesn't everybody play 4th dimensional
Your
chess?
first move, you just say checkmate. You win.
Fourth dimensional chess is it's time. You're basically playing multiple different. It's not.
Oh, it's competitive
It's a
where
lot.
you're playing against
You're playing a lot of games of chess. You're playing 3D chess while also playing you're playing a lot of games at chess at the same time, and a lot of them are 3-dimensional chess. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
like there's different
Okay.
timelines and stuff. It's very. I'll explain it later.
2021 Queen's Gambit.
Don't put that on me.
Okay, great. All right. Well, so that happened. Luffy keeps getting knocked back from the platform. He's reminded that guts alone will not be enough to save Ace. He gets kicked into Whitebeard, who catches him. He's like, "Oh, how'd this get here?" He tosses him to his boys, and they're like, "Dude, treat his wounds. He's done." And Luffy's like, "How dare you? I say when I'm done. I'm not done. You're done. You're done, old man." Anyway, Marco attempts to get to Ace, but he's knocked down by Garp, which I love this moment where it's just like, listen, you have your ships and I have mine. But I think Marco and Ace would have been really cute together. And it makes me really happy that Garp is like, get away from him. Like, no.
That's my boy.
My boy. I'm mad at my boy, but you can't have my boy. And he makes a point to proclaim that if any of them want to get past him, they'll have to go through him first, which is like, whoa, is this guy married? Anyway. My next thing in my notes, I wrote, Whitebeard calls Garp an old man. Which I know what in response he's saying. He's saying like to his men, like, don't be scared. He's just an old man. Like he's basically just saying, you know, like, don't be worried too much about Garp. But I love that I abbreviated it into Whitebeard calls Garp an old man. And then, because it's going too well, Whitebeard suddenly collapses while fighting Akainu. And he's trying to protect him. Marco tries to protect him and gets attacked by Kizaru, and his arm gets frozen by Aokiji. And so again, it's another one of those like, uh-oh, is he old? Like, are these like wounds actually like affecting him? That's weird because this guy is legendary. I can't believe this like 90-something-year-old man is having trouble. But it's like an eye-opener that when Whitebeard's flagging, it's not a good sign. And then while that's going on, Luffy is also like trying to continue to be in the battle. So he asks Ivankov for more tension hormones, which is like crazy because it's like already the first round probably could have killed him. And then he's like, no, pump me full of more. And Ivankov's just like, bro, I think you've had enough. And then Luffy's like, I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Then he cracks a White Claw.
Literally training days off of the end of his life for more time right now.
Yeah, which honestly, the fact that they make a point to mention that multiple times in this arc terrifies me for whatever the ending of One Piece will be. That genuinely, I like have not forgotten that since I first read this arc back in the 2000s, and it continues to worry me. I'm just like, this is just... Luffy is very much the like, it's about the journey, not the destination. And I'm just like, I'm going to get hurt no matter what's happening here, like emotionally. So I would just appreciate it if you took care of yourself, please.
Just at some point, Luffy decided over the course of one day to eat an entire pallet of cigarettes.
Oh no, don't do that.
He shouldn't have done that.
Censor that.
Smoke up, Pirate King.
Oh no. He met Smoker and was like, I can do that too.
That guy's cool.
That guy definitely has ingested an entire pack of cigarettes. That's why he's constantly
He is a pack of
smoking
cigarettes.
Smoke. Are you smoking yet? So anyway, Ivankov is like, you know what? F it. It's just like, this is you asked for it. He gets the hormones. He's back in action. He's running up to Ace, and Kobe gets in the way. Kobe's like, I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. And Luffy's like, cool, and like just sucker punches him right in the face.
Yeah, okay. Punching someone in the face isn't sucker punching them. That's just punching them.
Yeah. Also, like Luffy's just like, okay, cool. Looks like you're finally standing up to me. Awesome, and then knocks him the frick out.
Shame you're still a nerd.
I know, like, sucker punch is like
oh, look, it took me approximately 0.00001% of my strength this time. You're getting stronger, and then walks away.
It's I know that sucker punch is a term meant like in poor form, but sucker always sounds like it's like a really good like hit to the face for me. So you're right, Al, but it's like
sucker punch. He just punched an idiot. Is what happened. He punched a sucker.
He punched a sucker basically.
Kobe came up. It's like my level 3 Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata, and then Luffy came in with a legendary Rayquaza and just
100 a level 100. Yeah.
Kobe likes bandanas. They're comfortable and easy to wear.
Oh my god.
Wow. Legend.
But yeah, I always respect that though, because like Luffy like doesn't hold punches, right? Like he's being honorable enough to Kobe that like if he had diminished that punch in any way, it would have hurt a dude's pride or whatever the hell you guys are always going on about.
We do always go on about honor and stuff.
Respectfully break your jaw is what happened there.
Also, could have been he could just be like high off hormones in that moment too. Like maybe he didn't mean to hit him that hard, but he's just like jammed full of like the good shit and just like wham, like right in the face.
Right in the kiss.
Luckily, like Kobe had his glasses on his forehead, so that could have done more damage if he got punched with glasses.
Well, he wouldn't have been hit if he was a guy wearing glasses. Never mind.
Oh.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Moving on. Let's move on.
I certainly wouldn't.
So Luffy punches Kobe. At the same time, Hancock steps in front of Luffy so that the pacifistas don't shoot him while he's running up the ramp. Because the pacifistas see Hancock as an ally, so they're not going to shoot her. They're not going to shoot her. There was a period at the end of that sentence, but it didn't sound like it was, so I just added it just
Molly.
now. Anyway, Marco gets handcuffed with those C cuffs, you know, the ones that like make you weak. Anyway, he gets cuffed. Kizaru attacks him. He's riddled with holes now. My husband, I hate to see it.
My husband.
Jozu, who I don't know if you guys remember, he is one of the commanders who has the devil fruit of the diamond, which is like, what was it, the Sparkle no Mi, or...
Why do all these big... No, you know what? I actually appreciate it. I actually, having officially started JoJo, like going back and looking at this fight, because I started JoJo just after this, I immediately was like, why do all of like these characters who are big giant buff dudes have the cutest named devil fruit? And then I started watching JoJo. I'm like, no, never mind. I retract my previous statement. This all totally makes sense to me.
My favorite brand, but I still think it should be the Bling Bling no Mi, because it's diamonds. It's ice, baby. Like, you know. Anyway.
I can't believe you said that out loud.
I said it twice. I said it last episode too.
God.
I know, but like you doubled down on it, and I didn't expect you to.
Because I'm right.
Oh, we haven't doubled
Why
down
would
yet?
I say something
have
so
to-
brave and right?
You have to say the name twice though, because that's how they name devil fruit.
So would it be the bling 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 no Mi?
Like, all right.
I had to say it again because I wanted you guys to hear the TM in my voice after it.
Boy.
Anyway, we all know him. We all love him. He has the diamond devil
Come
fruit.
aboard and we'll...
Yeah?
Go ahead.
Great.
No, finish
So
it. Finish the
Finish
fight,
it!
Mark.
Please end it.
I did. No, but it's like his devil. I mean, he's like the hardest. Wow, I don't.
He's the hardest man.
No, go for
He's
it. No,
the hardest
Molly, go
guy.
ahead.
He's the hardest guy
I know.
around.
You've ever seen. He's
Malbert.
You ain't never seen a dude this hard before. All right.
God damn it! But he's like, diamonds are
he's
strong.
hard as-
Diamonds
he's-
are strong.
He's hard as diamonds. All right.
They're okay. Shut up. Anyway, he's very strong. But his arm gets frozen by Aokiji, and he breaks it off. So bro has one less arm now. Like that's not coming back. That's an arm gone.
F.
Gosh, so like the Whitebeard pirates, they won't allow Whitebeard to get hit on his back because they don't want him to have any dishonor issues there. And they're good boys. They're good boys. So while like Whitebeard's coughing up blood and everything, everybody like surrounded him from behind to be like, no one's gonna get a cheap shot off Pops. So they're trying to execute Ace again. It's like, God, change the script a little bit, predictable. And Luffy unknowingly uses Haki to take him out. So these guys just start fainting, and everybody's like, "Hubba, hubba," and then they're like,
I didn't
"This
know
guy."
Luffy was Canadian.
Yeah. In the 4Kids dub for sure.
Thank you, Al, for the giggle. I appreciate it.
But yeah, everybody, again, it's another moment where everybody's reacting to Luffy using Haki, because even Luffy doesn't know what he did, but everybody else, all the adults in the room are like, oh wow, that's gonna be a problem later on. So Whitebeard is like, huh, okay. And so he tells his crew to back Luffy up. And so Luffy is like running towards Ace, and he's getting flanked by all these like really impressive BDE people. Incredible. It's a beautiful moment.
Big diamond energy.
And Luffy doesn't even appreciate it because he doesn't know who any of these guys are, but I do. I know. Man, I know. I love all these guys. So yeah, and then as like Luffy continues, they're backing him up. Whitebeard thinks to himself that he wants Luffy to show him just what's going to come to the end of the Great Age of Pirates. He's like, show to me, like show me it's in good hands or whatever. Mr. One and Crocodile prevent Mihawk from cutting Luffy down. Hancock is still preventing the pacifistas from getting in the way, and this is where her like iconic line comes in. Is when she says, "Love is always a hurricane." When Sentomaru is like, dude, what are you doing? And she's like, love is always a hurricane.
Let me
once
ruin
again
some
love
folks.
her.
Love is like a hurricane.
Here in One
Marineford.
Piece. Yeah, Marineford. Oh, boy. Oh, Boise. Taking a sip? Okay.
Sorry, Kaden.
Diamond Blazers, Aokiji.
No, she's right though. Love is like a hurricane.
I've never been in love, but I'll take your word for it.
Molly, you're in love with so many grandpas. How can you not possibly? No.
Caden, you'll love this part, though. I forgot about this part. This was mad hype. So Ivankov and Jinbei are still backing Luffy up, and they're like, how do we get up there? So Ivankov is like, excuse me, like, I need your help. I need your assistance. And Inazuma, our favorite, was hanging out in Ivankov's hair.
Yep.
And we weren't really sure what happened to them at Impel Down. We just know that they and Ivankov failed. Like they weren't able to stop the warden, but we didn't know where they were after that panel. But they've just been like chilling out, drinking wine during this whole affair in Ivankov's like hair. What an absolute legend. I love Inazuma so much.
Inazuma is like honestly probably one of my favorite characters in this entire show. Like just from energy alone.
Yeah. I wish I could be as cool as Inazuma. But yeah, so
By the way,
Ivankov
we did know Inazuma was in there. We did know.
we?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I don't know if it's different in the manga, but in the anime, like Ivankov's just like, well, I got to make sure that Inazuma's okay, and then just kind of like, yoink, just kind of like packs away Inazuma. So it's like, I need to make sure Inazuma's safe. Well, I got a pocket for that, and just like, and it's just like, Ivankov wasn't gonna leave Inazuma. Not in a million years.
No, not in a million years. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but I just remember from the manga, we see a panel of them defeated on the ground after they didn't defeat the Impel Down guy. And then Ivankov like emerges when they're making their exit though without Inazuma. And we're kind of distracted by that moment because that's when Bonchan is saying goodbye. And you don't kind of question it. And then when Inazuma sits up, you're like, oh, thank God they were there the whole time. Like, oh, I don't remember them ever revealing that Ivankov tucked them away. Like that might have been just an anime.
It could have been just an anime.
Which is fine. I just it was more hype in the manga because we didn't know what happened.
Just pulls him out like a sword.
Ta-da!
Like a little kitten.
Right hand, blade hands.
Inazuma makes a platform up, or a ramp up to the platform, basically, and Garp jumps on in the way, and he's just like, Luffy, I told you to stay away, and he's like, Grandpa, get out of the way, Grandpa, and Garp's just like, you know, he's not holding any punches. He's never held back punches before. Like that guy only is like in 2 settings, which is like 0 to 100. And so it's like this really like, oh man, this part like makes me so emotional. It's this like really great part where Garp's like, you made this choice. You know, I'm a cop. You know, I put like pirates away. You knew this and you still like both of you, like no matter what I did, you guys still decided to do this. I'm just like, you know, it's like dude's like in a, between family in a hard place. And he's just like, I'm going to stop you. And as he's saying all of these things and Luffy's getting closer, he's like remembering when they were kids and like it just like it's such like it's like it makes me so sad thinking about it, but he's thinking about it. And so at the very last second, instead of like taking Luffy seriously, he holds back a little bit, and so Luffy's able to like punch him really hard and he gets knocked aside. And again, another one of those moments where everybody's like, oh, what? Like Garp, this legendary Marine, like got easily like knocked over from his from his grandson. Like, that's crazy. And so Luffy gets up there. Luffy's finally at the platform with Ace. And we finally get to see Sengoku's devil fruit, which is the Hito Hito no Mi model Daibutsu, which is Buddha model, which is still so cool. And like, we barely see it in this arc. Like, it's just like this weird moment where you're like, oh no. Like, you're like, yay, like Luffy got to Ace, this is great. And then you see like the guy who's like, you think I'm gonna let you just release him? And it's like, oh God, this is why this guy is the leader of the Marines. Like, okay.
Big old gold punches.
Yeah, dude. Like, do you want to talk about cake?
That's some hard cake.
It's a lot of cake.
Yeah, it's a lot of cake in this arc. So yeah, Luffy's up there. Sengoku's trying to stop them. Luffy has the keys that we know from the last episode because Hancock ended up giving it to him. So he's trying to unlock his sea cuffs, and Kizaru ends up like breaking the key. This moment is so like back and forth. It's like he's right there, like home stretch, and like more and more things are happening. So the key breaks. They're about to be overcome by like 4 enemies, and one of the guards that Luffy knocked out wakes up, and it happens to be Mr. 3, which is like one of the biggest twists. I honestly feel like Oda was like, uh-oh, how do I get Luffy out of this situation? You know what? One of these guys is Mr. 3. And I love this moment because you're like, you're here? Like, why are you here? I thought you were hanging out with Buggy. Like, this is so OC of you to do this, like out of care. Yeah, like OC rather.
There you go.
And it's this, I love this line. Like, I don't care about Mr. 3. I think he's a funny character, but he's on par with Buggy with me, where I just don't, he's good at what he does. This line though, I love this line where he asks Luffy, would you laugh at me if I said that he was only there to avenge a fallen comrade, which is referring to Mr. 2. And Luffy's like, of course I wouldn't. Like, why are you even asking me that? Like, right now? Like, dude, why are you right now? But I love that moment with like Mr. 3 where you don't think this guy could be redeemable because, he's always looking out for number 1, which number 1 is himself, not actual Mr. Number 1.
He was actually looking out for number 2.
He was number 1.
Oh my God. It's again, it's like Inazuma came back. You didn't know where Inazuma was. And then like, you didn't really care where Mr. 3 was. There's all these other people here. And then he comes back. And it's kind of this nice, like rounding out of the previous arc for right in that moment. It's just like this really heated, another really great like manga moment, really great anime moment where they're all like panicking and freaking out because they're about to be like overcome by all these strong Marines. And they're just screaming and shouting, and Luffy's yelling at Mr. 3 to get the handcuffs off. And then you're like, and then it's like from this blaze of fire, we see that Luffy, Mr. 3, and Ace are all safe, and Ace has been released, and it's like go time. It's like it happened, they did it. They did what they set out to do. They freed Ace. Ace is like cracking his neck, and he's like, let's go. His thick neck, wide neck.
The thickest.
Yeah, it's just like this great, I don't know, I love this moment. It's not fair, but it's like this great moment of like Luffy's so happy. He's like, I almost died and I did it. I saved my brother. Let's go. And then we see this really great, the very first time we've ever seen Ace and Luffy team up. In the anime, they kind of went off on it in Alabasta, but in the manga, they'd never really teamed up. Like, they didn't really get to do a whole lot. He didn't spend a whole day meeting his crew. He was there for like 2 minutes. Like, it was...
This felt like a movie moment. Like something that you would see in like a modern shonen movie of like, who's 2 characters that have never done a team-up move before? Here we go. So it's like that's super get hype type of a moment that was such a wonderful payoff and kind of release of, okay, well, they freed Ace, and it was such a misleading, fleeting moment of happiness.
Yeah, and it's just cool though because it's like we've never seen them team up before, and it's even like the people in the crowd are hyped to see it. Like they're doing these great team ups. Like they have fought all their lives growing up as a team. So they it's kind of like second nature to do, you know, they have all their fight moves together. And even the people, like all the Whitebeards were like, okay. Like they're like impressed by their teamwork. And they're like, wow, they're like, you know, these guys really are brothers. They just keep saying that, like, two brothers. These guys are brothers.
Two bros.
God damn it. It's like, yeah, we did it. We did it, you guys. Let's end the episode here. Ace is safe. The boys are back in town. They're back together. And they all went home and they all had a great time. They all went and got sandwiches afterwards and ice cream. Whitebeard paid for everything because he's a good dad. They hugged it out with Garp. It was great. So
Molly,
as most episodes go, no. So then, yeah, it's like, hooray, we did it. Haha, good joke, past Molly. But actually, we went off the rails. And this is the end of the episode. Yeah, I'm as concerned as you guys are. What could we possibly have left to talk about? Ace clearly lives. They all live happily ever after. And that's the end of One Piece. So we're going to pause for this week. And here's where you can find us on all our social medias.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitch at Caden Jensen, KDINJENZEN. And you can also find me on the Rooster Teeth website, and that's just Caden. And also you can hear me in Genshin Impact. Yay.
Nice, and congrats.
Let me pick up that name you just dropped.
Look,
really, though, congratulations. That's really cool.
Look, you have
It's
no
awesome.
idea how much. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in Genshin Impact. I was like, oh my god. Anyway, yes. Serious epic gamer moment, like for real.
Following that, Mark, where can the people find you?
You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Mark B. Donica. You can also follow our Twitch at twitch.tv/Yayo Talk Show. We stream episodes, we stream games, and it's fun to watch the old episodes. Well, listen to the old episodes again and chat live with all of you. So make sure you head over, follow, subscribe, and we'll be there when you need us. That was a weird way to do that. I also did finger guns. Like in
Wow,
real
you
life.
did? I could hear
At your
it.
microphone?
I could hear
Yeah.
it.
It was like I had Jefferson Davis from Into the Spider-Verse saying maybe you could throw some of your art. That was playing in my head as I said that.
Incredible. Wow. Al, where can people find you?
You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Al McClellan Jr. That's ALMCCLELLANDJR. Good luck.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at Tuflood, TEHFLOOD. You can find me on Tumblr at Mollyflood, Molly K Flood, depending on what you're looking for. And we have a Yayo Talk Show Tumblr. So if you're interested in One Piece fan art or memes or GIFs or anything like that, we update to our current episode of just fun stuff. So if you, like Caden, can't, go through the tags yourself because you're still watching or reading One Piece,
Many spoilers.
we got you, fam. I go through it for you guys. Going along with how most arcs and sagas have ended, now that you've listened to the episode, you've joined our crew. With that comes the responsibility of telling your friends, leaving a comment, following us on Twitter and Twitch at Yayo Talk Show, and letting Caden watch the show in one piece. So come aboard, and we'll see you next time on Yayo Talk Show.
Talking about One Piece.